and everyone's like, chaos.
It is not fine.
Everything's fine. We're live again, I think.
Oh, really?
Are
we?
Are we live?
I don't know. I'm
I
going to
see
try and
us
tune
again.
in from.
Let me get it.
It doesn't say we're live on my phone.
Hello.
I don't
Says we
have
were
it on my
live.
phone.
Last
Oh.
live just now.
I see it on my my laptop over here. Chat,
Yeah.
can you see us? Can
Chat,
you hear
respond if you can see/hear us.
Issy says it's working now.
Issy.
Okay.
And I trust
Now it's live.
Issy.
Now it's live. Now we're live, Rob. Just so you know. We are live
now.
now.
We're live?
Wait. Now we're live now.
Ah!
Now.
Just now. Guys, thank you.
Nerd could
Hi.
really in
Hello.
the chat. He's like, should we tell them we're still waiting? You guys could absolutely just like mess with us, and we'll be sitting here like, hello,
Hello.
who's there?
Do they know we're here? Do they know we're back?
Speaking of pranking people, I will maybe share a story about the prank I wanted to pull but didn't. Because those are always great, right? The pranks you didn't pull, everyone loves those stories.
Yeah.
But anyway, hello everyone. There's no echo this time.
But anyway.
What?
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 Welcome to our Wednesday night shenanigans. As you can see, we have a face that is a little unfamiliar to this campaign because she is a special guest for the evening, and you'll get to know more later when that comes up. But we'll let her do a little announcement when we make our rounds. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in with us this week. Once we get done with announcements, we'll have Sawyer do some recap action for us, and then we will jump back into the chaos. So, what do you got going on, Maddy? Any cool announcements, fun appearings?
Me? Well, I don't have any appearances that I know of yet, but there may be some in the works that I'm talking to some people about. So we'll see what happens there. If you guys missed Monday's stream, I did do my Delphi cosplay. There's posts on my Instagram about it, so check that out. But other than that, I'm just chilling. I feel like I had a really bad luck day, so I'm hoping that doesn't roll into how I roll my dice tonight, but we'll see what happens.
It's the Feywild. Anything can happen.
But yeah, that's all. Hi guys, I'm Maddy. I play Sawyer the monk.
Misfit, what's going on with you?
Hey, I'm Misfit. I do things and stuff, and I make cool shit, and I'm here.
Can confirm.
It's actually quite awesome to be here. I every time that I'm supposed to be in here, my computer has just had a meltdown, and we've got all the problems sorted out. So I hope to be around more.
That's exciting.
The specialist of special guests.
And
Ryan, for the life of me, to get myself lined up in the middle of this box you have me in, and it's just, I don't know. I can't. I'm not having it.
You're trying real hard, and I appreciate it.
I'll get it eventually.
Are you going to any cons or anything? Any appearances going on, Misfit?
Not as of right now. I got a photo shoot this weekend, which is cool.
Awesome.
I'm super excited. Doing some zombie pinup stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
dope.
Make sure you post some pictures. I want to see those.
I will. I'm super excited. I love the photographer. He's really great. So I'm excited.
Nice. Rob, your studio looks different.
Where in the world is Rob?
In all fairness, you don't know what's behind that wall that I put up every time I'm in the studio. That is a fake portable wall. But no, I'm in a. Oh, have I revealed my secrets? Have I shown you the dark?
I've seen behind it, actually.
I know I've seen behind it. So. Oh wow! Hey, Cheesecake Panda's in there giving us all inspiration before we kick off. I need to make a note of that because I'm sure I'll need it.
Love you, Ty.
All because she can't be here. Ty, I'm sorry you can't be here. We love doing stuff with you on this channel if it's not evidenced by the fact that we do it all the time. But no, I'm in Columbus, Ohio. Getting ready for Origins Game Fair. So I don't have my normal setup. My audio is probably a little more crap. My internet connection may be a little more crap. Just because it's a hotel, not because it's Columbus, Ohio. It's hard to get more crap than Lineville, Alabama, okay? But, yeah, I'm excited to be here. This is Grim Forge's hometown. So I will be meeting somebody from the chats.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
While I'm up here, hopefully. I really want to get an autograph from Satine Phoenix. She's going to be at this show. I have my Dungeon Master's Guide with me, or one of my 2 Dungeon Master's Guides. And I have Marisha Ray and Matt Mercer.
Oh, cool.
And Brian W. Foster and Taliesin Jaffe.
That's so cool.
So cool.
So I'm trying.
Oh.
I'm trying to collect some stuff. I know she's not Critical Role, but she's D&D luminary. She's D&D royalty to me.
That's all that matters.
So
Rob, don't worry.
Her and Chris
I'll
Perkins
sign it next.
are my other 2 big ones. Appreciate you. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Hopefully your rates are slightly more reasonable than what I paid for those.
Just a nice high five.
What a good crisp high five and a firm handshake. Before I get to what's going on with me, thank you very much to Jaded Throne 38. Thank you very much to Nuggets Pog for your follows.
Oh,
Thank
what
you
a
to
name.
Fablescape for the follow. Thank you guys for joining the party. Welcome to Misty Mountain Streaming. We like to tell and experience great stories here on the channel, and our favorite way to do it is with tabletop role-playing games, like the Mac Daddy of tabletop role-playing games, Dungeons and Dragons, which is what we're doing tonight. So, also thank you to Jaded Throne and to Rifle Stud and Dabs and Existential Nerd, all for the resubs. Jaded Throne subscribed with Prime, if you didn't know already. If you weren't subscribed to the channel, Amazon Prime gives you 1 free Twitch subscription because they own us, and you can use that on us if you're not using it anywhere else. I would prefer you use it on us, because then you support us and it costs you literally nothing. Rifle Stud has been around for 6 months. Existential Nerd's been around for 5. Dabs have been around for 5. Rob, that makes you more OG than Eric and Dabs.
I mean,
pretty
OG.
if there is a pecking order.
What up, nerds?
Dab says, damn near half a year, and I'm glad to be here. Rhyming a bunch. Look at you go, a frickin' lyricist. Grimforge is in the chat. Hey, buddy, we're gonna drink later soon because we're in the place together.
Have a
I had
drink
stuff.
for me.
I had stuff to show. Since and I'm sorry, I'm hijacking. I'm not too sorry for hijacking. This is my stinking channel. I'll hijack it if I want to. I got new dice from the show. I didn't bring any of my dice because when I'm doing a show, they're new dice. It's probably not going to show up on camera super well, but they are black and gold.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Oh, pretty.
Are those the
Now the
necromancer
design
ones?
that you can't. They're not hollow, actually.
Okay.
These are show exclusives. They're not from the website, and this is the only black and gold set we have, so I stole it with full intention of paying for it. But the thing that you can't see is that little spirally design is actually sheet music behind it, and it has little musical
that's
notes.
so
Oh my
cool.
god, that's so cute.
Cool.
These are now my Black
Cheshire
Bard
dice.
dice, and I'm
Ooh.
so hyped to use them tonight. They better treat me well, or I will be so upset.
that. Oh, that's so cool.
The other thing that I have to show is alive, and I'm going to be very brave because I have not done this before.
What could it
hang on
be?
a
Can't
second.
do it.
Wait a minute. Where the hell?
I hope it's a puppy. Puppy.
Oh, I threw it away.
Puppy.
Hang on.
What?
I didn't throw it away. I mean, I threw something else
Throw
away.
away the puppy.
Because I'm supposed to water it, so I needed like an empty bottle cap, and I guess I threw the old bottle cap away.
Gotta water those
So.
puppies.
I mean,
Yeah, hang on.
Rob wouldn't throw away a puppy, but Cheshire probably would.
Okay. I've genuinely never done this
Cheshire would,
before in my
like,
life.
Treasure the puppy. He would like run away to protect it.
True. You're not wrong.
All right, it's in here.
Is it a frog?
It is not a frog. Which side is your front, pal? Will you scoot for me?
Oh!
Scoot a little more.
Is that a
Oh
little
no.
It's a little sweeter.
Oh my god!
No.
Yes, good job, Rob.
Whoa! You're braver than I am.
Oh,
I like to
no.
admire them from afar and that's it.
I'm creeped
Well, I'm
out
not
and
doing
I'm
this for
several
long.
hours away.
Is that yours?
Can y'all see him well? It's not mine. John, my boss, bought this as a gift for his little lady.
Oh.
It is a sun tiger tarantula.
His arms are crazy.
He's waving. Alright, you've got your water, pal, so you can go. And go in for me, please, so I don't freak out on camera. There we
So
go.
it was basically a puppy.
It's basically a puppy. It's fuzzy like a
Basically.
puppy.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, it's got its water, because I had to open it to give it its water at some point, so I wanted to do that thing. I'm very proud of myself.
Good
Yay!
job.
John
Gold
got to
star.
John got to hold a big green anaconda while he was there.
Wow.
That's a
So oh, it was so cool. I was jealous of the anaconda. I like snakes. I like snakes that constrict. I don't like snakes that bite. Lord Schneck says Iski. Yeah, I'm glad the chat liked that. So, yeah, that's all of my announcements, I guess.
Well, Tyler.
Oh, wait. One last one. Excuse me. New dice, new spider, new town, who dis. Old Sophie. And by old Sophie, I just mean familiar Sophie, not actually old Sophie. Nobody
Wonderful
tell her I called her
Sophie.
old.
I'm gonna tell her.
We'll be back. Good old Sophie. We'll be back on the channel on Friday, doing the Dice Goblin stream and getting herself all dolled up and talking dice, rolling dice, giving away dice. So I think Grimford was actually our last winner of the last Dice Goblin stream, or one of the Dice Goblin streams anyway. So if you would also like some cool Misty Mountain Gaming dice, and for some reason are unwilling to pay for fine quality D&D products,
And
there's a
use
chance
code
you will win them.
Maddy10.
Maddy 10. I think that's a weird way to pronounce TWINS10.
Maddie
at
with a
checkout.
Y.
But you know,
M-A-D-D-Y.
if you use both of these codes, it'll ultimately make you happy 10. Okay.
Oh, that was slick.
Be the Misfit 10.
Oh, hey! Evelyn Grimforge was first winner. That's right.
Evelyn,
Evelyn May
yay.
Cosplay giving out subs to start off the stream. Hey, Evelyn May.
Evelyn!
Awesome.
Hello,
Evelyn
friend.
May is one of our. You missed the spider. Evelyn May Cosplay is one of our newest adventurers in our little adventurer program. She's been posting a lot on her Instagram. An Aristocats cosplay. I forget the names of the Aristocats, but she's the cute one.
Marie with the pink bow.
Yeah.
It's Marie.
Yeah. It's Marie. And then there's she's done Muppets cosplays and other stuff too. And we're gonna be talking about stream tips later on next week. And hello, and thank you for the support. I'm glad you are here.
Welcome
Very
on
glad.
in.
We
made a
reached our
goal.
sub goal. Ah!
Oh gosh. Okay. You know what? I'll probably have Sophie run that too. Someone remind me when we come off the break to make sure and mention it again, so that we can direct people there on Friday night. So,
Absolutely.
because we've got a few weeks before we start the next like large deal, and I might just go ahead and bang out the one shot. So now we're gonna run a one shot with people from the chat. That's
exciting.
Thank you, Evelyn
That's so cool.
and May.
Evelyn, you did that.
Anywhu, are we ready to get
Okay,
back
now
into it?
seriously, those. Oh, wait, should I do stretch goals? What's a stretch goal?
We'll
What's
announce a
goal for a
stretch
one-shot?
goal
For
after
monsters?
break. How about
That
that?
gives Maddie. You're so
We'll
good at things and
brainstorm.
pretty.
Well,
Do some brainstorming.
Fake.
Anyway, I'm gonna step off screen while things happen to get beer. So
Okay. I know Tyler was really hoping to hear Sawyer's recap and we will
Recap!
get
Right.
started. So I'll give it to you.
Yeah, so Tyler, aka Cheesecake Panda, is very busy, wonderful, successful, popular, and about to get on a plane, which is why she is not with us in a little camera. So give her some love in the chat while I do our recap. Right, we'll get into Sawyer's voice now. Right, here we are. Okay, so basically, last time we were like chasing Charm, the like creepy goth girlfriend lady with a big hat and everything, and she went into this like big. It wasn't like a hot air balloon, but it was, and the balloon was like a storm. It was really interesting and intimidating and stuff. So we go inside and we meet Trinket and Bobble, who are these two guys, brothers, who are like running this shop inside this like building that's a hot air balloon but not. And then like Trinket's kind of like, I just didn't get a good vibe from him, but Bobble was just wonderful. And he really wanted to sell us stuff so he could like try and pilot this aircraft. So we were trying to help him out. So basically, like Cheshire got these really cool swords, and then Scinn and we were trying to help out Bobble, and Scinn wanted these funky glasses, and we traded. Cheshire traded his eye color for the swords. Scinn traded his rhythm.
I'd already forgotten about that.
Yeah, I almost did too.
I was
It
just
just
so
comes
wrapped
out
up
of my
in
mouth as
good
I go.
swords.
Honestly,
let's see if I
me doing these recaps helps me remember because it's just like word vomit basically. So so Scinn traded his rhythm for some stuff because I didn't want to trade my rhythm because like punching's a rhythm in its own. It's like a dance really. So we got for Scinn's rhythm, which was very valuable. We got glasses, we got a unicorn horn, we got a ring. And I think that was it. It's what I have written down at least. So, they traded like not physical things you can hold for stuff. So I was like, I'll take the ring because your Trinket was being kind of suspicious about it. So I put it on my finger, and then like nothing happened at first, and then I discovered some stuff that we'll talk about once I discovered when it was and stuff. So basically then like the building started flying, right? And we were like going through the air. We didn't know where we were going. And Charm was just like, yeah, well, we're flying now, so whatever. And they dropped us off in Thither, which is not Hither, which is where we were. We were in Thither now. And so off we went into this new land, and we saw these posters for this boy who was like wanted, and they were offering all these like very dramatic things in return as a reward. And I was personally interested in the one that like makes your skin impenetrable to swords, because like I would be unstoppable. So like that's really cool. But anyways, we go into this like cave, and there's like this guy with the blindfold spinning gold into thread and gold fabric, like gold coins into gold fabric. And he was really nice. He said he was mean and like paying a penance and stuff, and like had like ghosts of like his cruelties haunting him, which was kind of really tragic because he was being nice and like paying back his, it's like reparations. But he let us stay the night, and he gave us these really cool gifts that he made out of the gold, and I got a gold cape, and that was really cool because I always wanted a cool cape. And so that night, okay, so my ring that I put on my finger, first of all, wouldn't come off. Not even if I like put soap on it or something, it just wouldn't come off. And then this guy in my head started talking to me and telling me to like beat up the guy Nib who was doing all the gold stuff. And I was like, I don't want to beat up and kill him. Like, who are you? And he was like, I'm Jack, and I'm gonna tell you to do bad things. So that's a whole thing now, and I told Tish about it, and I'm personally really scared. So, yeah, that's basically what happened.
I mean,
That one kind of went off for a while.
I mean, you pretty much summed it all up. I mean, tune in next week, guys. No.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
So, as you guys woke up in the morning, you had received your gifts, and you were getting ready to step out of the cave and kind of make a decision on where you were going. It is morning, breakfast time. Scinn's cupcake that he got at the fair that I've forgotten to mention every morning until now has replenished itself. And you guys had a full rest as well. I believe you guys leveled up last session as well. Whenever you came into the new zone. So, with it being a fresh start to a new day with some new fancy toys, what are you all wanting to do?
Sawyer's like twirling her cape around. It looked pretty cool. Did you think, Cheshire?
Yes, very, very heroic, as a matter of fact.
That's the goal. I like it.
I'm making sure. Sorry, I'm doing a little, making sure I have stuff correct. I realize I do have access to Scinn's character sheet.
Oh.
Oh, that's even better than just trying to do a horrible Scinn voice. We can actually do stuff.
I actually have editing power over Scinn's character sheet, because Scinn is in my campaign on D&D Beyond. What was the thing that Nib made for Cheshire, so I can get it on the character sheet, because it does not appear to be on there?
Oh, what did he make? Let me find the list, because I'll recognize it once I see it.
I can make sure stuff is on Scinn's too, because I promise you Scinn does not have that stuff.
Okay, so there was the gloves of thievery was one. The amulet
Was Cheshire's
of proof against detection and location.
Oh, I do have them. I do have them on. I was better than I thought I was, guys. I was a good player and updated my character sheet. It just doesn't show up in my actions. It shows up in my inventory.
Who got the amulet?
That was Scinn.
Okay.
And that was an amulet of proof against detection
and location. Yep.
So I can add that to my man's sheet.
And in case you guys are looking for fun ways to interact with the stream tonight and maybe cause a little chaos, you can spend your channel points to make our missing friend do some chaotic stuff.
Rob and I are going to do our best Scinn impressions all night. Get ready.
I am very ready for that. I did not succeed in making that channel point reward to my standard. So just anytime you buy I wanted to make it $2,000 anyway. Just buy a DM's apprentice and we'll have Scinn ruin our fun somehow.
Oh yeah. Tonight the DM's accomplice is actually just us messing around as Scinn.
Wait, can we quickly hear Maddie's best Scinn impression?
Oh god. Yeah, so that's basically I'm Scinn and I'm here just to mess shit up and have a good time.
Oh my god, I love it.
That's better than I'm gonna do. Let's see.
It's just like
Let's say
an airy stuffed nose.
I used to have this wig, and this wig's name was Lucinda, and she died.
Rest in peace, Lucinda.
Oh my god, you both are perfect.
Oh boy, okay. No, I just wanted to get that out of the way for a little thing for me. Also, side note, Maddie, I have figured out how to arrange my screens properly. Actually,
technology.
It works. It works now, and it always should have. Okay, that is all. Yes. Sorry, you look good. I would ask how my gloves look, but they don't. They're quite gone. I mean, they're here. I mean, you
Yeah.
can feel them,
Yeah.
but like,
I'll just take your
anyway.
word for it. Yeah.
yes, yeah, but it seems advisable. What do you? How do you like your amulet, Scinn?
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's gonna really help out and make sure I am not detected because it is an amulet of non-detection, and I could be extra sneaky and nobody can stop me anymore.
As you've done so wonderfully well at going unnoticed up until now.
Cian strikes a pose, and some like pixie dust pops off of his wings.
Right. So I had a lot of time to think while exercising this morning and battling ghosts that didn't fight back. It was a strange situation. But this Granny Nightshade, that
Right.
we're supposed to probably interact with before we leave Thither. She's at this place called Loom Lurch, I think. And she has a winding key in her back, and she's looking for this child that was on the poster outside. And Nib said that a treant named Little Oak is it's hard to think of a person as being a base of operations, but is where the Getaway Gang hangs out.
Yeah.
And
Getaway
and
gang.
this child it is a delightful moniker. And that is where these children are likely to be. And whether or not we apprehend the child and return him, or perhaps offer him for the first time, I'm not really sure. She did say lost, so I'm assuming that she had him at one point, either by fair means or foul. It's completely regardless. Either way, we will get an opinion of Granny Nightshade from these children and perhaps learn something useful.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like kids are usually pretty honest. So, like, if she's a mean lady, they'll tell us. And if she's nice, then maybe they'll tell us. And see, it's like, yeah, I'll trust whatever these kids say.
Well, it is likely decided then, and I believe Rob does that we had a general inclination to head north to find Little Oak.
Yeah, you were just heading like north. Yeah, you don't really have any other directions or landmarks. It's a pretty densely populated forest. Pretty peaceful. There's trails cutting through. More importantly, there's no rabbits singing songs running around that you know
Love
of.
that. Yeah. A few rabbits turn up and there goes the neighborhood. I mean.
So
anyway.
Yeah.
Shall we? Northward?
Let's do it.
Right. We go northward.
Okay. So as you guys are walking through the woods, the sun is coming up. The birds are singing songs. As a comparison to Thither, this song
That's what the birds are singing, I assume? Yes, no.
Totally. This section of Prismere is a much more peaceful one in comparison to Thither. I would say you guys are probably still on edge based off of everything that had happened in the last one, but you're not feeling like imminent threats upon you. As you're walking down a trail, go ahead and roll me a perception check if you're looking around, taking in the sights.
18.
Let me click back over to my character sheet, and this is the inaugural roll of the Black Bard dice, y'all. Let's use an inspiration on the inaugural roll of the Black Bard dice,
it's so
y'all.
inspiring.
It was going to be good, but I have this, because I'm at a hotel and I'm rolling metal dice, I've laid out this scarf to protect their wood. and it rolled back onto something bad.
Mm.
There we go. This one counted. So that is for Cheshire. By the way, guys, I'm leaning in like I'm leaning close to the mic because normally my mic is in front of me and not attached to my face. Guys, I forgot what I was gonna say because I was cracking myself up. My characters are never good at perception. Cheshire is as good as my characters ever get, and he's got a +2. So that is it's a dirty 20 on perception for Cheshire.
Okay. So that's definitely more than enough. As you're walking around, you're seeing tracks of different animals that have kind of cut through a trail on the forest. On like the main path that you're on, there is again like just foot traffic essentially. But you also see kind of a path cut through the trees and some large footprints that kind of are separated by 8 to 10 feet apart.
Large footprints, like dire dodo footprints?
Not dire dodo footprints, because there's no cane imprint with it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Good point. Preant footprints?
Possibly. Yes.
I think we're headed in the right direction, Cheshire.
Well, it certainly carved a path through this place.
And they are headed kind of towards the east. So if you're looking at the map, the bottom circle of what looks like colored rocks or mushrooms, that direction.
Cool.
Well,
I mean, I've only met one on the tree yet before at the carnival, and he was really nice. He gave us wishes and stuff, remember? This guy's probably nice too.
I have a feeling this one's going to be much larger than...
True.
Oh my goodness, I've forgotten his name. How embarrassing. If I ever see him again, it's going to be very awkward.
Was it his squirrel's name Red? What was his name?
I mean, the squirrel's name, infinitely easier to remember, I think, since it's simply a primary color. Northwind. Northwind was his name. Northwind. There we are.
He's a good guy.
They're probably not related, right? I mean, they're not all related.
There's lots of trees.
Surely not. Yes, okay. I'm going to be incredibly disappointed if Little Oak is not actually an oak tree of some kind.
Oh,
He's
true.
cypress or
That would be
birch or
kind of
something.
awkward if you like a willow.
Off-branding.
Yeah.
Truly. And if it was a willow, then it would be so easy just to give willow's already a name.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
Willow.
Let's follow the trail. Follow the trail.
Let's continue.
Misfit, this is what we do every session.
See, it's like trailing just a little bit behind the two, and he's just like, yeah, trees. Classic tree stuff.
just growing and junk.
Growing and walking around and leaves.
So, as you're continuing to walk,
They grow because they're photosynthetive, I think.
Like the sun. They like
if you
the
could
sun.
go ahead and mute your mic now, that would be great.
I'd hang up if it didn't ruin our layout.
Oh, good. This is how the stream's meant to be. I'm kidding. So as you guys are walking, kind of following this trail, again, you start to see some like woodland type critters. You see what looks to be a group of large skunks that are like essentially like carving into a tree, like tagging it essentially, like it might be a gang symbol, or like an affiliation of some sort. But they don't seem to notice you. as you continue walking following the trail, you're starting to hear some creaking of the sounds like wood creaking, like when you're stepping on like old creaky boards, followed by just like crunching, like as it like takes a step. It's not far, but it's not close at the time. Picture that scene in Lord of the Rings whenever the treants are going towards, was it Isengard?
Yes.
Yes, it is Isaac.
Should I feel like with these big booming sounds, we should probably like declare ourselves so we don't get stepped on or something. Like let them know we're there. That's my concern.
I mean, I don't disagree. Of course, you remember, again, the last time that I announced my presence to a stranger, we all died. Maybe it's just that I did it improperly. Tell you what, you take the lead on this one, and I will stand back here with my hands on the hilts of these two scimitars and hope that you are more charming than I am capable of being.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I've gotten pretty lucky so far. His name's Little Oak.
That is the moniker of the gentleman for whom we are searching, yes.
Hey, Little Oak! We're friendly! Don't step on us, please! How's that?
It seemed good, and let's see how it's received.
So you hear the creaking kind of come to a stop. Nothing is responding to you. The only reason you know something is up is because the stomping and the creaking has all kind of come to just silence, essentially. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Sawyer. This is Cheshire and Scinn's behind me. Yeah, hi, hello, I'm Scinn. And so basically, like, we were looking for you, want to say hi. Don't mean any harm.
You see.
Oh,
I'm gonna do thing.
You know what? Nope. Go for it.
You see a kind of skinny lad, about 11 years old, jumping from tree branch to tree branch all the way down, doing spins, looking real cool. Drops down. Hello.
that was really cool. Hi.
Cute.
Yeah.
This kid doesn't look like a kid from a poster I've seen, do they?
You can. I mean, you already have the poster, so yeah.
Shove that a little deeper into my pocket.
What you got there?
Pockets. Have you
What's in your pockets?
hands at the
So
moment?
many things.
I'm Cheshire. This is my friend Sawyer, as
Yeah.
previously introduced, and the floating fellow over my shoulder with the dropped jaw at your entrance is our friend Scinn.
Hey.
Gives him a little fist bump. Beep.
Very little.
The tiniest.
That was an impressive entrance. A bit of panache in you. A fellow performer, I sense.
Oh, when you live in Little Oak, you kind of just get used to it.
You live in the tree.
In Little Oak? You live...
Yeah. He's our friend.
that a
He's our
compliment?
house. We travel.
It's a treehouse. That's awesome.
It's a tree house.
That is not the thing I was prepared for. Okay. I mean, I suppose I've encountered stranger things in the past few days than someone living inside someone else.
I always
I mean,
wanted
you see
a
him,
tree
like-
house.
Circling around you, like making big awkward steps around you.
I don't prevent it or stop it.
Scinn's
would you-
floating
would
in
you-
between all of us and is just like keeping pace with your like turn and he's rotating with you.
Did you say we live inside?
Yeah, be in the gang.
The getaway gang, I presume.
Yeah, I guess that's what they call us on those weird posters. You got one? I want to sign it.
Oh,
I do have one actually.
yeah, just autograph Cheshire.
The poster didn't intimate this child's name, did it? And I don't remember being given it.
Yes, it was Will of the Feywild.
Is it Will? Oh, it's in my notes. It's in my notes after all. So yeah, I'll uncrumple the paper and offer it to Will.
Look at it, and then hold it up next to
Oh
me.
shit! You may have been watching along. Do we need to tell you what you're looking at? Or do you know who our characters are?
We'll roll with it.
Okay.
Just he holds up the sign and looks at it and looks at it again. He's like, "Hey, gang, what do you think? Does this look like me?"
Sawyer looks up into the trees for more falling children.
And you see like heads popping. You see a dwarf head pop out and a red-haired elf, wood elf head pop out. And there's an orc, female orc. All their heads are peeking out. Yeah, looks like you will. Good job. Signs it, hands it back. Here you go.
There's more of them, Cheshire.
I see that. Suddenly I have flashbacks to being outnumbered. The getaway gang. That is an evocative nom de plume for all of you collectively.
You use a lot of fancy words.
I do use a few. I don't necessarily always understand them all, but they do. I have heard them at least once.
Oh, good. We're on the same page then.
Why getaway gang? I mean, it seems like something you could have chosen a lot of things for your gang to be called.
Oh, well, all right. So here's the thing. Granny Nightshade is a little hoo-hoo. With her taking all those children, and so we help liberate them.
Who takes children?
If you could perhaps, to use a, frankly, very technologically advanced term, now that I'm realizing it, if you could just rewind a little bit, and assume that we're not from here and don't know Granny Nightshade, or her reputation, or her activities or proclivities. Stealing children is apparently a thing.
Yeah, that's why we're called the Getaways. We help liberate them, trying to match your big words.
It is a good word. I will look it up later. So are you yourself thusly liberated, or do you liberate others, or both?
Well, we don't. How about you, gang, come down here?
Carefully.
Just see
Sawyer
children
holds her
dropping.
arms out. The animal needs to land on her.
Do I have feather fall? I don't.
All of them do it much more gracefully than everyone else.
You guys are so cool. Sawyer's like making mental notes about like how they're landing and stuff. It's just
You
really
see,
cool.
So up on Will's shoulder is a beast kitten.
Beast.
My buddy. This is Star.
Oh, this is Cheshire. We should stay here for a while. Everything's really cool here. You got little beast kittens, and kids fall out of the trees and they land really cool. This is much better than Thither.
Other than the kidnapping, this sounds so much better than Thither.
It's a really good point. Yeah, they're kidnapping is not a really great thing.
No, but at least some people have a sensible approach to it and want it to stop. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, the nicest person that we met in Thither was also a top thief at best. So.
Yeah.
And here we've been given nice gifts and made frugal purchases, and
So like you've been all over the Feywild. It sounds like you've been a little bit everywhere, huh?
Yeah.
Do you know the snail chocolate thunder? Yeah.
Do we know Chocolate Thunder? We avenged Chocolate Thunder. See it?
Yeah, high five. Like gives you high five.
We see lots of us racing snails all over the place. We're practically champions ourselves.
I know you said racing snails, but I heard racy snails, and I'm imagining snails
see it pauses for a second. It
fancy
goes
outfits.
and these snails. They're frivolous sometimes.
You can see them on snailsonly.com.
Yeah. Only shells.
Only shells.
I've seen a snail trail or two in my time.
God, no. Stop.
Oh,
I was seeing.
That was too far for Rob.
She was Scien's just talking about when they race, and you see where the snails have raced before.
I know, but
That's all. You know,
Maddy.
when it rains and the snails go through
Maddy.
and it's like glistening on the sidewalk. Chat's all about the racy snails and snail pinups. I don't know why you guys are so upset.
The racy snails.
So Misfit, we just lost a player of my next campaign.
It was a good run, guys. It was so nice to meet all of you. Goodbye.
I'm out. Peace.
Oh.
Okay, I need to catch my breath.
Jeez, I didn't realize this was gonna be
Oh, it's
such a
my-
hard-hitting Scian interpretation here.
It is my terrible imagination. That is all.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are thinking about. I was just thinking
I'll
about
describe
snails.
it to you in detail later.
I like snails. I think they're cool. I think their shells are cool. So I don't know what you guys are thinking about.
What you really need is a flail snail trail, because if you haven't ever seen a flail snail trail, then that's an epic fail.
Say that 3 times fast.
No.
That.
Ah.
Anyway, would we like to play some
Anyways.
D&D?
Now that I've thoroughly derailed us for the first time tonight.
And
Sure.
for no reason, definitely not to do with anything that just happened, I am going to grab another beer, so...
Actually, and that makes a good point. As all of this is kind of going on, Sawyer, you hear your nice little voice saying,
Oh God.
"Hey, you see that cat over there? I wonder what its insides look like. You want to cut it open?"
Sawyer is just like gripping her hands and like digging her nails into her own hand. Like in her head, she's like, I'm not going to cut open a kitten. No, it's really cute and nice. It's really cute and nice.
Tell you what, I'll bargain with you. Cut the cat, punch the kid. Your choice.
Sawyer's gonna like sidestep over next to the dwarf child that just fell out of the tree, and she's gonna go, achoo, and then pull her elbow away and accidentally elbow the child. And then in her head, she's like, there, you happy now? You happy now? It's enough.
So let me see if they have a stat block.
They do
Oh
not.
God, I don't want to.
They are treated as non-combat.
My track record tonight is just awful, man.
Well, your
Elbowing
track
a kid
record
in
for
the
kid
face.
punching is...
So roll
I-
me a hit dice.
Oh my god, I hope I miss.
You're gonna clock him square in the nose.
14.
That hits. So
Ow!
make a unarmed attack against
Oh
him.
god.
Yeah, I think that hits an armor class of 10.
4 damage.
Okay. So as you you do your
You roll a
fake
1.
sneeze and you throw that elbow back,
Ew.
you crack this dwarf right in the head and knock him completely unconscious.
Oh crap! Oh shit! I'm so sorry! Oh god! Do I have any health potions? I don't.
Is he going to be okay?
Help! Cheshire, help!
See, Sawyer, doesn't that just feel good? Don't you just like punching stuff?
No! You guys all just see her go, no!
How are the will? How is the will and the kids taking this?
You see a female orc just come up behind you and smack you real hard on the back, like, go push you!
That's fair, you can hit me, it's okay.
What? No, you sneezed. You sneezed. Why are you what?
I'm confused.
Oh, I'm confused. That's not very nice.
I know, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
You seem like a pretty rough and tumble young gang. Would you say that's fair? Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, hey, little dwarven child.
He'll be
suck it up.
alright.
When I say up, it is a healing word, and I will cast a spell to pick him up.
Aw.
Because Sawyer asked for help.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I can't roll low enough to not undo 4 damage, so he's back up to full.
Yes.
He's up 5.
Scien's just like patting this
feeling
dwarven
better
kid's
than ever.
face. It's like, come on, wake up. Walk it off.
Y'all fit in pretty
Four hit
well
points
around
won't
here.
Heal him, then he's feeling A grade right now, like nothing happened.
We
Where's that
have
child?
the
Did you
child
see
to
what came in the
take
chat?
vengeance.
Yeah, Ty gave the child inspiration, and I think they deserve it.
Yep.
This is gonna be the big bad evil guy at the end of Feywild.
What's their modifier for a shin kick
Um,
with advantage?
where did it go?
The little kitten star comes up and like starts nuzzling your leg.
My leg or Cheshire's leg?
Your
Mine's
leg.
her ear. Oh.
It just says
I feel okay
1d4.
now.
Yeah. Does the child wish to take vengeance?
But
Just
no.
since channel points were spent on it,
Oh,
I don't want them
Sure.
to go to waste.
Let the dwarven child beat me up a little. It's okay.
It's gonna be Misfit's first roll on the channel. Is child vengeance melee attack? Go ahead and roll.
Go ahead and roll,
Roll with
your
advantage.
damage with advantage. Or not your damage.
actually,
your hit.
so the children's don't have any kind of stat block whatsoever.
So they do.
They have a.
I'm hovering.
They do? Okay,
Yeah.
what are I couldn't find them. Sorry.
There's no additional modifiers. Just roll your hit, and we'll see. And if it does hit, it's 1d4.
Should be.
I rolled a 9.
Use the inspiration. Roll again.
I use an inspiration.
And I think every creature is proficient in unarmed strike, so don't they get a +2 or no?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
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 Yes. But it wasn't the every creature, it was the dwarf.
It does say add +2 to each attack.
Oh, that's much better. That's a 16.
Oh yeah, that beats my armor class.
Yay! Child violence.
Child violence! So what is it, a d6? Yeah? That's what you
1d4.
said?
Walks
1d4.
up. Disrespect your surroundings. dead.
So
Tori's like, I deserve it, please.
Respect my daughter.
4.
It's just Cartman.
my
The dwarf
God.
is just Cartman.
Okay, that's fair. I dealt 4, and now they're dealing 4. Okay.
The dwarf
and we
runs and tackles you. Just bam.
Move it. Thank you.
We also determined that when
It's in your face.
when a DM's
Whispers.
accomplice is spent. Oh wait, no, that wasn't accomplice. That was inspiration. Never mind.
That was inspiration. Correct.
Disregard. Okay, so Sawyer just took a kick to the shin.
Yeah, I did.
So what's going on now?
Well, Cheshire will walk over towards Sawyer and help her up and offer a hand down.
Thank
And as I pick you up, I kind of keep a hold of your hand and like pull your face close to mine, and say, "These children don't seem. I mean, that one was a little violent, and
I deserved it.
Well, no, it was our states. So it was definitely a full body experience, and I was not prepared for you to react that way. However, they don't seem all that bad, and perhaps this Granny Nightshade is. I mean, she's a hag. I mean, I don't expect hags to be terribly nice people. So what are we going? What are we going to do with them? What are we going to tell them? What are we going to do about? I mean, do we need to do anything with them? Because Granny. I mean, just ignoring them would be a slap in the face to Granny. That wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, Will talked about getting other kids out, right? I think we should help them. I want to get the rest of the kids out.
Oh, are there more kids? I mean, have they not succeeded in getting them all? I guess that we should ask that, shouldn't we?
Yeah, because if there's more,
there's still work to be done.
If
yes.
there's more, I think
okay.
we got this.
And Scinn will be floating nearby. What are we whispering about?
Kidnapping.
If it's important, you really ought to confer with me because, as we determined, I'm the smart one.
You are. You're the idea guy of the pie.
Also the handsome one.
Yeah.
And the muscle.
It's true. I'm
Also,
nothing compared to you.
With the most magical talent.
And the best hair.
And the tallest.
And the tallest.
Okay. Just so everyone understands. Sir William, if you would come here, please, we need to have a word with you.
Sure, what's up? What can I do for you?
Cheshire will say, so Granny Nightshade and children, and you helping them escape. Kids? More kids? More kids need escape?
And would I know that? Would I actively know that at the current moment in time? I'm assuming yes.
That's up to you.
Okay. I mean, as of right now, our intel doesn't say that there's more kids, but I'm sure that they're planning on taking more. She uses them to, she houses them and uses them, the children, their misery of being in captivity and held in such awful areas, terrible cells in her kitchen, to spawn these oily creatures. They're super gross.
Oh.
No one likes them. But you know, they're tin soldiers that defend them are really easily lured away. So that's kind of how we do it. We just make a big distraction, and these soldiers are pretty dumb, so they just kind of follow the distraction, and then we sneak on in.
I feel like we'd be really good at distractions, Cheshire.
I feel like you would too. You hear a female, like a voice behind you. What elf? It's like, yeah, you totally would be good at distractions.
Yeah.
Whoa! When did you? I'm sorry. Will was just so distracting, and then you. And anyway, sure, we could try to do that. It would be. Well, let's say before we do that, before we collectively, the Getaway Gang and the
god, this is so embarrassing.
This is really embarrassing.
What are we whispering about?
Yeah, what are we whispering about? Um, the Inn and the Snail Trails. um,
It's a working title.
it's a working title. It's the Getaway Gang and Scinn and the Snail Trail first collab. Do you have perhaps any information on Granny Nightshade, about perhaps weaknesses or particular habits or anything that could be used to our advantage? Is there like the sword of the one true king to unite them all that needs to tickle her left thigh and then she falls over dead, or anything of that nature?
Yeah, we ran into a hag who started sneezing when we ran in little circles. So, anything similar to that?
Right, because that was like very convenient of a malady.
Yes.
Well, so here's how you should definitely be careful of her sister. Her sister, this hag, Granny Nightshade's sister, is she's a real tough customer. Curses people for no reason.
Like, do they live together at Loomlet?
She's there all the time.
Neat. Does
So,
that make her also
oh.
a member of the coven?
You know, I don't know.
Okay. 'Cause one of them alone was pretty scary, and she was basically not an encounter because we just ran in circles, running Widdershims, and I would not love to meet two of them, and one of them being particularly mean, and at the same time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess you should probably know that Granny Nightshade, she's got this giant key on her back that, you know, indicates her mood. It's really weird. I don't quite know how it works, but, you know, when it turns fast, she's really upset, and when it turns slow, she loses her temper. So, like, you just it's actually, it's kind of nice having someone who, you know, you can basically see their emotions before they, like, as they're happening.
So wait, fast is kind of mad, and slow is loses temper. Is there a speed that's happy?
I don't think she knows what happy is.
I was afraid you would say something like that. Okay. Okay. Two things real quick, channel-wise. Cheesecake Panda Cosplay has been subscribed for 6 months. It's a 6-month streak for Ty. Thank you for resubbing, darling. Please be safe. But I'm very glad that you are still hanging out and watching and supporting. And good old the artist formerly known as Robin Taylor has given inspiration to Will.
I'll make a note. Thank you.
That's all. So, Bright. Okay.
So she's like a wind-up
With no
toy.
setting of kind of annoyed.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
Never mind.
No, it's fine.
Continue, please.
oh, we're all talking at once.
I'm gonna
Probably
rewind
because Rob
just
has
a little
terrible
bit.
connection.
When it spins fast, she's actually in a good mood.
Oh, sorry, I
No,
misread
You're
that.
good. You're fine.
Quick
Cool.
skimming.
Have you ever seen her without the key?
Yeah.
No. No.
Because you know,
haven't.
if I've played with wind-up toys before, and typically that is what the keys are used for. Have you ever seen her wind the key? Or
I've seen
maybe her
people
sister
wind the
wind it
key
for
for her. Yeah.
Okay.
But I personally have never, like, seen her without it.
Okay. I think I'd like to.
To see what me too.
Cian whispers, yeah, I want that key. I want that key real bad.
I want this key. We have a friend named Jingle Jangle who collects keys. Typically different sorts of keys, but I mean that would surely be a crowning achievement.
We go
for
get
Jingle
that to
Jangle.
Jingle Jangle for sure.
I mean, maybe it won't do anything, but in my understanding of how wound things work, perhaps if it is not bound, it would be able.
Listen, I don't. We don't try to like take her down or anything like that. We just get the kids out. That's all we do. We're there to save the kids.
The you know the name of the sister that's always there, by the way? It's not a Zybilna, is it? Because there was a thing about a No, wait, Zybilna was the nice one, right?
No, is it, yeah,
Were we concerned about a nice Zybilna? Who was the other one?
Yeah, the other one was, don't mind me as I flip through a bunch of pages. Bavlorna.
That's
Bavlorna Blightshade, I think.
Blightstraw?
Blightstraw? Yes.
Something.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Whoever took these notes was obviously drunk, is all I'm saying. It's pretty incompetent.
That so happens here all the time in the Feywild.
Cheshire puts his notebook away, embarrassed.
Cian strokes his beardless chin and goes, her sister's name doesn't happen to be Mistress Tickles, does it?
No.
Oh, thank goodness, thank goodness. My heart wouldn't be able to handle it if Mistress Tickles was an evil hag.
Even when Cian is not here, how is Cian the funniest? Oh, God. Okay. Well, what is your schedule? Will, is this something that you usually prepare for, or do you typically take time beforehand?
We do try to plan our escapes out in advance. It makes everything go smoother, real clean, smooth job.
When was your next attempt?
We don't have one planned. We were gonna. Well, all right. So you see here,
it's terribly rude. Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's totally fine. It's fine. It's cool. We're great. Everything is fantastic.
What were you on your way to do? Where were you going?
We were just going wherever Little Oak wanted to go.
Where did Little Oak want to go?
Where did Little Oak want to go? That's a very good question. Move my thing.
Is there to see? I mean, what certainly takes precedence over freeing children from? Why does she want the children? What does she do with two?
She feeds off the children's misery and creates these monsters.
The oily things that you mentioned previously.
Yes, those crazy oily things.
So we cannot be miserable around her.
Yeah.
Well, there will
it's
be
not a good idea.
Okay. I mean, that's useful. That's good to know.
Yeah. Are you doing any prep work or reconnaissance that we could assist?
We were planning on sending out two of us to go see, and if you'd like to join, that's totally okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could do some real good investigative work if you need our help with that.
I do not share confidence, but would be happy to help.
But I mean, we were kind of on our way to the wayward pool.
That sounds cool. Is it like a big swimming pool?
Right? It's a magic pool with fairy rings and cool stuff and unicorns.
Guys, I just want to throw it out there that maybe fairy rings and cool stuff is like my specialty. Like that is, I'm practically made of fairy rings and cool stuff. So we should probably go there. If you cut me open and count my fairy rings, you'll know how old I am. I mean, don't do it though, because it probably hurt. But it's science, I'm pretty sure.
So, Cheesecake Panda just redeemed a DM's accomplice. So I think you need to keep going with that, Rob, and let's see and guide our way for a little bit. I'm assuming towards this wayward pool.
Oh yeah, guys, I know right where it is. Don't follow Little Oak, just follow me. I'll take you right there.
All right, lead the way.
Got it. Follow me. Picks random direction.
What way are you going?
Let's roll a d8, shall we? With
Ty
a black
says,
card, guys.
Ty says to
You say
save
this and use it to do
it.
something dumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do something
bank for
dumb
baby
now
prison.
and later.
That is due north.
Okay.
Is the direction of the heading.
Okay. So, as you're following behind Scinn, he's got his wings going, very off rhythm,
Got no
still
rhythm.
bumping into stuff as he goes. You can see it's starting to become a little frustrating. It's like, why aren't my wings working, type of thing. And I'll have the two of you go ahead and roll me another perception check.
Very sorry that my internet connection in this hotel is not superb. I missed who was rolling.
You.
Oh, okay.
I got a
That was my
14.
preference.
Okay.
Should Will roll with us? Just
Uh,
since he's here,
Yeah.
because rolling dice
Yeah.
is fun.
Yeah.
17.
Nice.
Oh, that's a lucky 13 plus 2, so 15.
Okay, so that's more than enough for all of you. So now each of you roll me a d8.
Ooh.
I just did that.
7.
God.
8.
1 again.
Damn.
So as you're making your way just due north, you each along the way at different points before, of course, each of you see it. First, Rob, you see another wanted poster stapled to a tree.
Ah.
And when you're reading it, it says, this sorry wretch has stolen from me. Deliver him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll give you back 10 years of your youth.
Whoa.
Who's the picture
It's Will's picture. It's another,
Will signs it.
It's another wanted poster.
I take it.
As you continue forward.
No, hold on. Actually. Will, is there something you're not telling us?
What? Me?
I-
What?
Yeah, is there something that you aren't telling us?
I mean, I just met you. I'm not going to tell you everything. Is there something you're not telling me?
Oh, so many things, but they're
I'll-
not
I'll
very
tell you a
interesting.
secret if you tell me a secret.
You go first.
Well, if I may, before we do, I think perhaps you should be specific with what you ask of Sawyer, because I would like to be specific with what we ask of you.
Ask me anything, and I'll tell you a secret.
And I'll tell you if she's lying.
Mm-hmm.
This seems fishy.
Probably
Waves
does.
a finger at both of you.
I'll pinky promise you. How about that?
Cian's like,
Can't break a pinky
"Oh, you don't-
promise.
You don't want to break a pinky promise in the Feywild. You just don't do that.
Sawyer
the pinky
offers out
promise.
her pinky.
Like, Will shakes it vigorously. Sorry, but you're going first. Oh,
yeah,
right.
ask
Wait.
me anything.
So what kind of items have you gotten here?
So
Anything
many cool
bad?
things. Oh no! I made a pinky promise. All right, well, I guess I'm sharing some real big things tonight. Cheshire knows this one, so he'll be able to tell you if I'm lying. But this ring has an evil man in it telling me to hurt people.
And you just put it on?
I didn't.
You didn't
know
like
that
see if it was cursed or anything?
Cheshire said that I would
Do?
like it, and we didn't realize that you could curse a ring. So
I
I put
cast-
it on.
I cast spells on it and everything, and it didn't say
Yeah.
that it was cursed.
He just said I'd like it, so I trusted him and popped it on, and now there's an
You
evil man
shouldn't
in
trust
my head.
anything
I
out
will.
here.
We should have met you sooner. This would have been great advice to have, like, an episode's worth ago, depending on what you would consider an episode's length.
I just want to say up front that there is nothing bad about my scimitars, and that they are fine.
Hmm.
So now
Okay.
we get to ask you something. in
Yeah, now
return.
you get to...
Cheshire, what should I ask?
All of these children have escaped from the hag.
Granny Nightshade?
Nightshade, thank you. But there's only posters for one child. Why are you special? Why do you matter to her more than all the others?
Kind of kicks his foot in the dirt. Kind of looks down real,
Oh.
just... well, so there's no good way to say this, so I'm just gonna rip it off. Like, I'm just gonna, you see him just like awkwardly, just kind of rocking back and forth, like, you see, I used to do the kidnapping for her.
Yeah, you pinky promise, so this is like the true truth.
This is the true truth. Because we all know if you break a pinky promise, bad things happen.
Bad news.
That's right. That's exactly how it works. Yeah, I said so myself.
Yeah, see,
Why?
I was cursed. But this curse was way more of a blessing than a curse. This is how I know. The sister, her Nightshade's sister, is real good at them curses. But again, I feel like this is more of a blessing than a curse, because now all I want to do is save these kids that I in fact helped kidnap. I was totally different person. So I know that's why she can't see my face. She doesn't know what happened. She doesn't know that I was cursed. I after it happened and I came to, and I decided that this was not for me. I was like, I had a whole change of heart. I don't know what happened, but I'm a lot better now, and honestly, like, this is much better. I much prefer helping save kids instead of what I was doing before. You could Yeah. Don't hate me for my past. Like goes back to like kicking dirt and
Oh.
No, the very last person before we met you
being sad.
was a fellow named Nib, who apparently did some particularly bad things. I'm not sure exactly what they were, but they had to be worse than what you were doing.
Mhm.
Because he was constantly haunted by the literal ghosts of his past. And if
But that's rough.
oh, I thought you said Rob.
I was
Oh,
like, what?
sorry.
Yeah, both of the Robs both kind of like
Like, what?
shifted when you said that.
And so first of all, if you're not being constantly physically and literally haunted by things, then there's worse people than you out there. Not that it absolves you of anything, but
Like
just know that there's
I just got something in my eye. That's all.
he too was doing everything he could to, in some way, make it right. So, not that this coming from an adult who you only just met matters anything, but I'm proud of you for doing what you can to help.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I think
It's-
it's real admirable.
Better being on this side than the other side. Look at this adorable kitten. Holds up.
Yes, and where did that come from anyway? Has that always been yours, or is that Nightshade's, or was that one of the children that you helped free?
No. Well, just kind of bonded with me. Just after my change of heart, we bonded and been with me ever since. He's my little buddy. Gives him buddy rubs.
Poor
Nuzzles his
buddy.
little
I
face.
can nuzzle whenever I want. That sounds great.
Now we've had this conversation, I would just like to do a quick insight check on the past 5 minutes. If that's okay.
Sure.
Okay.
So if Will was hiding
I rolled off my
anything,
scarf.
should Will do a deception?
I would say so.
Well,
Well,
blip. I'm gonna use an inspiration because I don't like the look of that 3.
I'm gonna leave it up to Will's discretion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That is a total of 22.
Ooh.
Man, I'm rolling shit, but inspirations are doing work tonight.
So, Will, were you telling the truth? Were you being
Totally.
deceptive?
Okay.
No deceptive. Tell him the truth. Will's very
All right.
proud of who he is now.
Good on Will.
Okay. Then Cheshire will feel pretty good about Scinn and the Snail Trails cooperating with Will and this getaway gang of formerly kidnapped children. All right. Sorry for the distraction. We'll collect any more of these as we go, and at least make it inconvenient for anyone else to try and turn you in. And
Yeah, you didn't.
it
You didn't see me. Like you don't.
No, not at all. And
Right,
you know,
right.
if in return we'll also try and defend you from anyone else trying to come along and make good on these posters. At least while
That would
we're
be
around.
swell.
And in exchange, I'd love it if any chance that you got to do violence upon a Herringon, that you would probably take it, because those guys are assholes.
Yeah, they
Um,
really messed with us.
I'll take that under advisement. We have a policy, you know, if they don't mess with us, we don't mess with them. It's just a good way to be out in here and
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Land's
they
a
messed
little
with
crazy.
Us, so by that logic, then we owe them.
then you were in all right to
and not
defend
in that
yourself.
way. Yes. We're
So-
going to preemptively defend ourselves next time we see some.
As you are kind of continuing your way through, You got Little Oak kind of making
Use that again later.
making his own trail through the woods here, the creaking and the stomping, and Sawyer actually catches a glimpse of a wanted poster that's kind of stuck in a bush, essentially. It says, "Special offer. Bring this impetuous brat to me, and you can claim one item of your choice from my workshop."
Hey, Will, I need another autograph over here. And I pick
Runs
it up.
over and signs it real fast.
This is a good one. This is a good one. Like roll it up and tuck it away.
You know, why would we stop at freeing children?
Well, she offers things in
Does she
exchange
have
for.
those things?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we should take those things. Because we keep dying out here without things. So maybe if we had more things, we'd stop dying. And
Yeah.
I don't know what this says about me, but I don't feel particularly adverse to stealing from a kidnapper.
Yeah, I think
don't
that
either.
balances out really.
Well, she's already stealing people. I mean, stealing
Yeah.
than people, I think by comparison is better.
It's like karma, really.
It is kind of like karma.
As you
Ian, where are we going?
Yeah, just around this bend up here, up ahead, right here. Yeah, I can feel it in the wind. This is right.
make your way forward a little bit more, you're starting to notice a little bit of a mist in the air. It's not dusk or anything, so it seems a little out of place. You kind of feel the temperature drop a little bit as far as like there could be water nearby. You don't know.
I told you guys. I told you all. I told all of you.
And Will sees a little flyer on the ground. It has a puncture hole, like it was attached to a tree at some point, but it's kind of blown around in the dirt. And it says, "How dare this ragamuffin defy me? Bring him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll grant you a loyal servant."
Oh,
Will
I
picks
didn't
it
know
up
I
off
liked
the
my
ground, signs it, and brings it over to everybody. Transparency's sake.
oh, that's a really good one. I don't think it'll fit my pockets because my pockets are much smaller than a poster. But Cheshire, will you hold on to that one for me? It'll be a collector's item one day.
We'll
Damn
take
right it
that.
will.
Scinn, this reminds me a lot of you, as a matter of fact.
Because I'm so good looking and handsome.
No, because you're also a little flyer.
And save that one in the memory bank to use at a later date for sure. That's real clever of you. You're the smart one in the group, Cheshire.
That's me. It's nice of you to say. Anyway.
About this time, as Cian gets up, he's kind of like peeking through the brush, and he looks back at you guys like, "Guys, I told you." And he kind of pushes the brush open, and you all walk through this brush into an opening, and you see a river.
Tyler is upset with me in the chat.
Really fly for a Fey guy.
A river. Anyway, a river, you say?
Yep, just a
river
river,
runs
and
through
on
it.
the other side of the river, you see again just more kind of forest, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're really close. Just if we just keep going for a while.
Will does Little Oak talk?
Hmm?
Little Oak, does she talk?
No.
Okay, because I thought maybe we would ask it if we're going in the right direction. But anyway,
Point, yes. Talk, no.
Hmm.
So you could try and ask Little Oak to point you in the right direction.
Literally. That's nice. Yes. We should do that. We should. Would you do that? I feel awkward talking to a tree.
Oh, no, go for it.
He's to. Okay.
Little Oak loves new people. Don't take offense. You can do it.
I would have to,
Cheshire, you can do it.
Talk
The
loudly.
dwarf pats you on the back and he's like, "You got this, man!" It helps if you bow.
Sawyer bows.
Cheshire bows and talks to the ground. Little Oak, is roundabouts or near the wayward pool? It seems a little riverish. Not to insult my little flyer's sense of direction, but is it good or bad that we're here in general? Where we are.
And Little Oak is, at this point, just looking at you kind of confused as to why you're talking to the ground.
I was told to bow! It said it would help!
He just kind of shakes his head and lifts one of his arms. And as he lifts it up, you hear the creaking and moaning of the wood moving. And he's kind of pointing to the northwest, and it looks like upriver from where you are.
Yeah, guys, so like I said, it's just up this way a little bit. Yep, I knew it the whole time.
Do you both talk? Do you all want to see something cool? I just realized I made a play on words. It'll be funnier in a moment. So Cheshire will draw one of his two scimitars, the one that the shopkeeper called Ice, and I am definitely going to rename. That's so obvious. It's so on the nose. He will draw the Frostbrand scimitar, and approach the river. And he will kneel down next to it, and he will. I'm a sword bard now. I'll do a quick little flourish, draw it, strike at the water, take 2 quick steps to the side, and pick up this slash-shaped ice wedge out of the river that was frozen when it came into contact with the scimitar, and just kind of show it off a little bit. I found out my sword can do. My sword can do this last night.
Sawyer and Scinn start clapping.
All the kids are clapping.
Encore! It was really cool.
Do it again!
Actually, pretty fine to hold because I'm secretly wearing gloves. It doesn't even feel that cold. I'll turn the tip towards me and give it a lick. Then I will toss it into the air, and I will, because everyone was asleep while I was practicing with these things last night. Draw out the flame tongue scimitar, and with a quick pillar of fire as I arc it up through, I'll melt the ice I made.
Okay.
That's even cooler! And I clap again.
Everyone's clapping.
I do them both. It's actually pretty fun.
Cheshire, what?
Small price to pay for blue eyes.
Yeah, I'm impressed. That's really cool.
We can have cocktails again. I can make ice wherever we are.
Oh, that's so true. That's really great.
What's a cocktail? All the kids look at each other like, what's...
Just
So,
like a
you
really
know-
good drink.
You know what roosters are, right?
Yeah?
Alright, so roosters are called cocks sometimes. And then they have, the long feathers, the greenish ones coming out the back. That's their tail, so it's a cocktail. So we can have those again because I can create ice and don't let any further into it.
I'm just picturing the movie Grown Ups and like, I want to get chocolate wasted. But with those
Drink lots of soda.
with those terrible jokes, we are going to go for our break because I really have to go to the bathroom. So, Maddie, come up with a topic to talk about.
Oh my god. Okay, what should Scinn do next? We will take any and all suggestions from the chat.
If you want to see Scinn do something crazy, let us know. We'll be
Just
back
throw it out there.
in just a few minutes. Get up, stretch your legs, get a drink. We'll be back in just a few, guys.
See you soon.
Hell yeah. Just go
Oh,
die
I'm
yourself.
so
Purple.
curious.
What's
how
up,
we met.
everyone? We are back.
Hello. Welcome back, friends.
Welcome back. We were just talking about Rob putting paint on a tarp and just rolling around in it for just fun, mainly. But
As one does.
A breaststroke.
but I
Up and
believe
down it.
some stretch goals were talked about for subs. If Rob wants to disclose those now or wait till the end of the stream, that's up to you.
No, let's talk now. Do we have people watching? Are people here to spread the good word? I hope so. All right. Is it updated on the screen? It looks like it's updated on the screen. Guys, we have exciting. Do I do this as CN? Apparently, my dumb voice is just CN. Which tell you a lot about how I view CN. Guys, you guys came in. Thanks to several people, but Evelyn May was the one I think who tipped us over the top of that 75 subscription goal for the month. Which, by the way, guys, calm the hell down. It is the 8th of the month, and we already beat our first sub goal. You guys are maniacs and want me to work harder coming up with stretch goals than I already do. If we get another 25 subs by the end of the month, which seems like a relatively easy thing to do, I'm going to be running a one-shot for 4 members from the community, randomly selected at a stream towards the end of the month. If we get an extra 25 before the end of the month, then alongside those 4 of you, members of the chat, in a game run by me, you will get the pleasure of playing with a celebrity guest from the channel, someone that you have seen playing D&D and enjoyed very recently on this channel, in fact. Cosplayer and Instagram sensation, Mademoiselle. Yeah, you might have heard of her. We think she's hella cool. You've played on this stream with us. You were in my Monster Mash one shot, which is up on YouTube. Was that a one shot or did that take 2? Suddenly I can't remember.
I think Monster Mash was 1, but the Wedding Crashers one was 2.
Wedding Crashers one was 2. So if the Wild Beyond the Witchlight alone has not shown you the breadth of the acting repertoire of one Mademoiselle, then there is more evidence of her acting prowess on the internet. And even just if you see her Instagram reels and TikToks, you know she's obviously fun to be around and a hoot.
I like to have fun.
And her CN impersonations. 25 more subscriptions before the end of the month, which is still quite a ways away. You have plenty of time to grab another paycheck and support this, and somebody will get to play with Maddie. It doesn't have to be just me anymore, guys. You too can play with Maddie.
But wait,
I get to torment more people.
We did invent a further stretch goal. If we crush 100 and are still going strong, the next stretch goal will be about content. If you would like to see play alongside Maddie, have the player characters go up a few levels and fight something particularly iconic from the D&D monster menagerie, then we will have a poll for if we go beyond triple digits, we'll have a poll for what they will be facing and what villain I get to portray.
Cat
So,
picks
I'll
the
take-
monster. Ah.
I think this has the chance to be really fun, and I think Maddie would add a lot to the chat's enjoyment of the stream and my enjoyment of the stream, frankly. So if we could make it the triple digits, I'd appreciate it.
I'll be
just that I get
obnoxious
to play with
for
Maddie
whoever wants
more.
to play. Ha
But yeah, thank you guys so much for what you've already done. It tells me, one, that we have an amazing community who continues to surpass my expectations, and also maybe that my expectations of y'all are too low. if I set a goal for the month and y'all crush it in 8 days, that I underestimate you as a group.
We had a party on Monday. It was ridiculous. The amount of just people dogpiling, gift subs, and cheering and all of that. I think that's why we ended up running so late.
Well, I mean, first of all, every time you try and have a finale long, when I tried to run Olmaria for the Rimehold ritual, I think we had a 5-hour stream, and we usually are like somewhere around 3.
Yeah.
It just always goes late when you have a big fight. You can't have a big fight in 45. You just can't.
Anywho, so we don't
Okay,
go late.
That's the sub goal. I'm gonna grab beer.
But if y'all don't
Get me
want to
one.
play with me, don't sub to the channel.
Maddie's official seal of approval.
Ding!
I'll be honest, guys. The spider is in basically a to-go box, as you saw earlier at the start of the stream. And I'm a little hungry, and I keep wanting to be like, "Oh, what's in this?" And it's like, "Oh, no, it's a spider. It is a
tasty
spider."
treat.
Oh.
I mean, have you seen on the owl? Like, and the spider crawls out? Like, that is...
What? No. Ew.
Oh, no.
I'm not
no.
a fan of
I don't
that
want
at all.
anything fuzzy on my tongue. That is upsetting
No.
conceptually to me.
Yeah, no, I'm
hoping
good.
G-Drop saying "sounds so fun" in the chat is not talking about spider in mouth. I hope it's talking about playing with Maddy, because playing with Maddy does sound fun.
It was playing D&D, so
Eating spider, not fun. Eating spider.
D&D good.
D&D good, spider bad.
I didn't show off this one. I try to drink beer from wherever I am when I go on the road. I love this this fedora wearing dude.
So
that
can
reminds
you,
me of a
Oh,
certain
God.
character.
That's
Can
a little
you
Huxley.
What?
can you save those for me? I collect beer
Save those?
labels and put them on road signs.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah,
I do a lot of
I-
like really weird roadside art, so sorry.
I love it. No, don't apologize.
Well-
That's dope.
I will try. I'm flying back.
I
there is a
just
vehicle going.
you can if you can like soak it, like put a wet paper towel over it, and it'll actually just peel the label off.
Destroy
I believe
things
in
like
you.
this, but I will. But I've got it was a variety pack, so I got 3 chances.
Now I know
Okay,
what to get you next time
Alright.
you're in Orlando.
In alcohol works. All right, Rob. Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm sorry for enjoying myself.
No, you're
God,
fine.
how dare you?
I'm trying to figure out how to get Agdon over here, so.
Oh, God. Keep him in Hither.
So, before we went to break, you guys were just found Little Oak pointing upstream after Cheshire was talking at the ground. Then he decided to try and make up for it by doing fancy, cool sword tricks. And
He succeeded.
he did succeed. He impressed all of you. So, where are we going?
Is there anything special about here, or did we just like get lost?
We're not lost at all. I just said I told you where we're going, and Little Oak confirmed it. I just needs to turn a little bit more in the northwestern or northeastern direction, whichever way the pointing was. So now we're headed that way, just like I always said.
I think you have the order incorrect. I think Little Oak pointed, and then you told us where we were going.
No, but I was already getting real close. I'm just saying I knew it the whole time.
All right. Well, let's go where we were always going the whole time. And I will allow Scinn to lead, and I will keep are going in the direction that Little Oak pointed.
Okay. So
Well, I'm seeing you're a really good guide.
So you guys are making your way upstream a little ways. The forest kind of takes over again. It becomes thick to points where you have to go around it, but also thins out so you're able to walk through it. And as you are walking through, you are approached by a centaur.
Ah,
He just kind of comes out of the woods, not in a hurry, but definitely with a purpose.
Hey, buddy, we mean no harm. Just let us pass.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not here to hurt you.
Will, do you know this person?
No. Why do you assume that I know everyone? I'm just a little
You're
kid in a
from here, I'm-
forest.
Not from.
You just seem like a popular guy.
Well,
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
all the
shoot,
money
we're being raided.
posters.
hello, Raiders.
Hey,
shoot.
raiders!
Hey!
Hello,
Whoa!
friends.
Lords and ladies of fate! Raiding with the party of
Welcome.
13. Hi, guys, we're doing D&D with stuff.
You guys
We just
came
met a
at the best
centaur.
time.
Centaur.
Yeah, there's some centaur here. I bet he's
Centaur.
handsome. Is he
Is he?
handsome?
Is he handsome?
The centaur is pretty handsome. He
Nice.
Topless, I
A
assume.
plus.
he's an older gentleman.
Salt and pepper.
And he says, "Hello all. Sorry to disturb you. I'm just trying to alert everyone that I come across that it's important for you all to get out of Thither. There is a this realm is fading. I don't know how long it will remain here, but for your safety, I'm encouraging everyone to leave. The sooner the better. But all I can say is, if you want to help me out, tell others along the way that, this realm's impending destruction is coming, and there's nothing that can be done to stop it."
It's fading? How is it fading? I mean, it seems really lush and beautiful here.
Looks can be deceiving.
Over to a tree and, tap on it. Seems solid.
Looks can be deceiving. I must keep going, but I mean, you should seek out the unicorn that's at the Wayward Pool, and they may have more answers for you. If you do find her, make sure you tell her that Winterbow sent her. I don't know what it will get you, but they told me to warn people, and I'm warning them.
Scinn, who is already cruising past the centaur, goes, "Yeah, don't worry, buddy. I'm one step ahead of you. We're headed to the Unicorn Fairy Ring pool already."
All right.
Could you before you gallop away, perhaps where would you recommend going? Is there a better place than here, or a way out?
You all you're getting close. Keep going.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the west of here. There's a fairy ring that I have to visit. But you all are very close. If you keep going in this direction, he kind of points again to the northwest. You'll get to the Wayward Pool. As the mist starts to get thicker, you're getting close. So continue on.
Thank you. Best of luck to you. If all of this is really happening and you're trying to spread the word.
And to you, like I said, please tell everyone that you can that. I mean, it could be now. It could be 10 minutes from now. It could be 10 years from now. I don't know. Hey, Will, make sure you and Little Oak take care of these.
Will's thumbs up from halfway up Little Oak.
And Winterbow then kind of gallops off into the woods.
Does Winterbow have a bow?
Winterbow does have a bow.
True to his name.
That seems apropos. Anyway, just had to ask. All right, onward.
Yeah, I mean,
You
is
ever
your
met a
visit
unicorn?
still safe? I've never met a unicorn or satyr. I'm really excited.
I'm a satyr.
No, a centaur. I've met a satyr.
Creatures, you understand?
Centaur.
Like, we look obviously different, and we don't even sound that similar.
But the words both start with S, and I got confused.
So does Scinn and Sawyer, and well, no, I have mixed up your names before. Never mind.
Now
Carry
we're
on.
even.
Yes.
So as you guys continue in the same direction, the mist is starting to get thicker as the forest itself is starting to thin out more, and
Is it to the point that it is thicker than a Snicker, or not quite of Snicker thickness?
It's thicker than a Snicker. You might say it's heavy like a Chevy. But no, so as CN is kind of still leading the charge, he makes a kind of a comment that he's like, "Hey guys, the ground's softer here." And you all look down at him, and it appears that he's standing on kind of like a beach mixed with some rocks. So like that sandy terrain. The mist is pretty heavy overall. And you hear kind of some of the water moving around as the wind kind of blows it.
It seems like the right place. But I don't see the unicorns.
A mist drifts over the surface of this lake that you guys have come to. Forested crags line the shore on one side of the lake, and mossy rocks protrude from the shallows near the center of the lake. Is a rocky, like small island. I'd say probably 50 feet or so from the from where you are.
Will, have you ever been out here before?
You see Will throwing down from Little Oak. You see him just throwing down bits of a thing that looks like a unicorn, and then you see a like unicorn, very poorly made unicorn head on a stick, and throws it down, and then jumps down. It's like,
well,
unicorn costume.
You're the unicorn of the pool?
You have to look like a unicorn to see the unicorn.
Unicorn magic. Okay, alright, okay. How is it like a multi-person costume, or how does this go about?
All the kids.
The costume holds 2 people.
Yeah, 2 adults and 4 kids, if I read that correctly.
Okay.
What does a 21 insight check say about having to wear a unicorn costume to see a unicorn?
You 100% believe it because he's telling the truth. But it's not so much being able to see it as it is trying to get the unicorn itself to appear.
So Cian is observing all of this and takes a look at Cheshire and goes, yeah, I got a vision here. Hold on. And digs into his little Barbie purse and pulls out the unicorn horn we got at the shop and some like ribbon, and just like, Cheshire, just don't move. And goes over. You've already got the hooves, and is gonna tie the unicorn horn onto your forehead. And he steps away and like admires his work, and he's like, yeah, this is it. You look perfect. Good job, Cian. Good job.
Look, okay. Oh. Hold on. What? Do you know what? Do you know what uni means? I'm already a I'm a quadicorn. I'm a quadicorn already. You have just made me a quinticorn.
Okay,
picked
hold
the
on, hold on,
creature
hold on.
Standing on the riverbank that already has horns.
Hold
to try
on,
and
hold
make
on.
a unicorn.
Sawyer, come here, come here. Yeah, what is it, Scinn? Sawyer, come here. Okay, and Scinn like grabs the sash off of Sawyer's waist and covers you like a babushka to hide your other horns and ties it around your chin. My work is done.
I thought you were going to do something sensible, like try and make Sawyer the unicorn.
So
Sawyer's like half under the little costume at this point. No, I'm good. I'm gonna be in this costume.
Could I throw out the fact that I have a disguise kit that I've not used that I could use to do this better. But I don't mean to insult your efforts, and I know you're trying your best, but
I'm feeling a little insulted.
first of all, yes, I could do it better, and second of all, I know magic. I can cast illusions. I can make a unicorn that can appear wherever I want it to. Because I'm both with not unicorns, but instead you believe that the best way to handle this situation is not even to use the unicorn costume provided to us by our friend, but instead to take a horn and put it on the head of one horned creature on this river.
Cheshire, listen. I see your concerns. I really do. So, let me just give me a second, okay? And he digs in his little Barbie purse some more. And he pulls out this little vial that he got recently that I forgot to mention in the recap. Just stand still for a second. And he pulls off the unicorn horn from your forehead. He goes, Sovereign glue. Okay. How is this supposed to work again? He like pulls out. I don't want to actually get into all of Ty's like equipment. So if Cheshire wants to stop me, he can. But he's like looking at the vial of this magic glue that he got recently, and is like,
So
"Is this gonna adhere to a real unicorn
I don't want
horn?"
to use Tyler's magic
Right.
items for her either. But that would absolutely be that's an absolute thing that Scinn would probably suggest.
And so I should say that there is enough for like 3 uses of it.
We don't even know what this item does.
We don't. Only Ty really knows, I think, because you sent it to her privately or whatever.
I don't even know if I did that.
I don't think
After
so. We didn't cast Identify on it or anything. Nobody tried to attune to it or...
Scinn considers all of this for a minute and goes, just get in the butt of the costume. It's fine. Just, you've got the hooves and you can stick your tail out the back. I think you'll make a great unicorn butt. And he puts everything back in the Barbie purse. I'm small, I can squeeze in the middle.
This is pretty on brand for Greek satyrs. It's like, yeah, just get in the butt.
Go on, Cheshire, go on.
Guys, this may break the stream a little bit for just a second. I'm going to shut stuff down and pull it back up just because my connection is being crappy right now. I don't know if it's coming through on y'all's end, but I can hardly hear y'all. So I'm going to dip and come right back.
So, while we're waiting on Rob to come back, just to give you guys a little heads up on what could have just happened with the Sovereign Glue. It's a
Oh no.
It's a viscous, milky white substance that and can form a permanent adhesive bond between any 2 objects. It must be stored in a jar or flask that has been coated inside with oil of slipperiness. When found, a container contains X amount of ounces. 1 ounce of glue can cover over 1 foot square surface. The glue takes 1 minute to set, Once it has done so, the bond it creates can be broken only by the application of a solvent, oil of etherealness, or a wish spell.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't glue that to your forehead, Rob.
Do you not know what that did? Because I did.
I had no idea. I thought it was like goofy glue or something.
Cheshire does not. Rob knew. Cheshire has no reason to stop this except propriety. Rob is going like, I will have this on my head forever.
Forever. And only because Ty isn't here to say yay or nay on this am I putting it away and saving it for a rainy day, because it is not my character nor my inventory slots.
Fair.
But wouldn't that have been a thing?
I can see
know
the
what?
fan art now.
This milk-eyed satyr.
Majestic unicorn satyr.
In all fairness, Cheshire does have a broken horn from
That's true.
way back when, and they could
Just put the horn on the horn.
right there.
Just stick it on. A little prosthetic.
Fixed you. Be grateful.
You're welcome.
Okay. Cheshire will resignedly get into the butt of the unicorn costume.
Cian like frames it up. He's like, yeah, this is not as good as my original vision, but it will do. And he scurries into the front of the costume.
So you do see that the horn of the unicorn costume is made out of wood. It's just kind of like on there. Bunch of kids.
I love it. Is it like scrap quilt fabric with like polka
Oh,
dots
yeah.
and stuff? Ah, amazing.
Button eyes with little like eyes cut underneath the neck so you
love
can see
that.
out of it.
That is precious.
This
I think
work,
we need to
I
cosplay
will
that
be
at the next
upset.
con we're all at.
Yes.
Our characters inside a unicorn costume.
Oh my gosh.
I love
Cheshire,
it.
Just think it'd be
much
cute.
like Cheshire, Rob would feel awkward about positioning himself to stare directly at someone's ass for as long as they're in the costume. When he considers these people his friends, tries not
It's
to
for
notice
the
any
art.
secondary sexual characteristics that they may or may not possess.
Okay, so you were all stacked in this unicorn costume. How are you trying to summon this unicorn?
Well, did you think this far ahead?
Yeah, now what?
You seem to have. I mean, you went through all the trouble to make a costume. You had a plan, right?
Do we do like a chant or a dance or something?
And my plan was to just kind of walk into the water and see what happens.
Yeah.
Drowning is what happens.
I think it's great. Let's do it.
So-
So far, the plans where we've just decided to wing it have been the best ones so far.
Rest.
Yeah, that's how we turned that having gone to stone and broke them apart. Yeah, that was one of my best ideas.
Want to go home. I want to go home. All right. I'll follow. If the front of the unicorn is going into the water, the back will follow.
You're not gonna just like let it slinky out?
Is it slinky? Or does it come apart?
Then
And if
we've
it
got a
only
front and a
slinkies,
back.
how did I get in?
Now the real question is, does the back of this unicorn costume have hips like Shakira?
Oh.
Do I
Wobble, wobble,
roll
wobble,
for
wobble.
ships like Shakira?
Yes.
Do you see the art?
Is that a performance check?
Cheshire, the art speaks for itself. He got them thick thighs.
Do not give Iski ideas, okay?
You heard it here first. Cheshire's hips don't lie.
Cheshire thighs save lives.
He got all those sashes on. He's got to wiggle them around.
Sachet.
Yes. Yes, Satyr King.
Well, my performance is +5, so would Shakira's hips be in the realm of 19 or perhaps superior to that?
I would say they are very much so in that realm.
Congratulations.
That's
A
high
plus.
praise. Shakira do got the
So yeah, you guys are kind of just like shin height in the water of this unicorn costume. Who's kind of who's leading like the control of this Trojan unicorn?
Who's in front?
I think Will's the one that's telling us what to do and everything. I think Will should lead.
Well, I'm not in the costume.
You're not in the costume?
There's not enough room for me in the costume. It's just you three.
No, but Cian's small. Do you think like 2 big people and 2 smaller people maybe would squeeze? I don't want to leave you behind.
Oh, it's all good.
That's-
You're like halfway out in the lake, and you just see Will like frantically like jumping around and pointing at something in the lake, like miming
Cian's
at
like-
you.
He's trying to communicate with me. I just know it. 2 words. First word.
You see Will holding his hands like
The YMCA. No, it's not it. It's not. Chester, I need your help. I don't understand.
You do need help, but probably not mine.
Sawyer's busy being like, I'm a unicorn. What would a unicorn do? I'm walking like a unicorn.
No, I was
I
walking
be
like
the
an Egyptian.
unicorn.
That's probably we went on the same page at all. Do they prance? Do they trot? Do they canter?
They go. They're
do they
magical.
frolic?
I
No,
think
no.
they frolic.
Yo,
Yeah.
Dungeon Master, what do I know about unicorns?
Well, has Cheshire ever seen a unicorn?
Absolutely not.
You know nothing.
Okay, I've never read it. I've never read a book or heard a fairy tale, even incorrect shit.
I mean, okay, so I would say you've read.
I can roll shit if I need to.
No, I don't think you need to roll. I'd say you've told stories being a bard, just kind of like children's tales, essentially. Acted out like 100%. You never believe these things actually exist. They were just supposed to give kids like the warm, fuzzy feeling, and that they're magical. You know that they're a horse with a horn on their forehead.
Magical. That's all I needed to hear. That they're magical.
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 So, I'm going to start casting Minor Illusion and Prestidigitation. However, since I'm the back end of the unicorn, I can really only fire this from
The
the
unicorn's
posterior.
stupid magic.
So I'm going to be sending colorful clouds and sparkly mist
So
and in heart shapes, star shapes, and little rainbows just coming out from this thing's moppy tail.
it wasn't.
Yes.
It wasn't discussed because Will decided to not come with you, but the lake itself is 30 feet deep, so you are actually swimming. So whatever effort that takes, if you're able to cast spells while swimming, keep that in mind.
That trapped in this thing. I mean, I'm trying to do this.
That's why Will is
until
trying
I
to
get
show you
into about
that
my
there is
head.
a thing. There's a thing out in the lake. Look
Don't
for
worry,
the thing.
guys. I'll just follow me. I got this. There's land up ahead.
Smallest
that has-
member of the party. I'm not the one
that's
that's
it.
drowning first, and I think swimming in a horse costume is essentially
fantastic.
impossible.
We're like waterboarding ourselves.
You're not being graceful with it, that's for sure.
Just like floating, like
I can't use my arms to keep
haphazardly.
myself afloat because they're around somebody's waist.
Like, there's just a
Just
bunch of
keep-
splashing in the middle of this lake.
Just keep swimming, you guys. Just keep swimming.
Why did we do this on this shore? Why didn't we do all of this on the next shore? Why didn't we have Little Oak walk us here?
I'm an expert in unicorns. Don't even worry. They swim.
I take Cian's head and push it under the water.
And another thing that... Hey!
So as you're swimming forward, you're coming to a point where you've hit where whoever is in front, their legs can now touch the ground.
I could touch the ground. We're free.
We broke Rob.
Yeah, Rob's fully broken after pushing Cian under the water. Hey, buddy, hey, Cheshire,
So
speak to me.
frustrated at people that don't even exist.
And it's exclusively Maddy playing both of them right now.
Thank you, Sprinkle and G-Drop, for the sympathy inspiration.
Don't you guys want to hit that stretch sub goal so I can do this to you guys on stream too?
I am physically crying at the
sorry.
stupidity of this. So
So we've reached land enough for like how tall is Cian? Like a foot tall, 2 feet tall? The 2 foot tall person in the group is on land now. And the 2 taller people are like treading water in a unicorn costume.
If there's fan art for any episode, it's 100% this one.
Will's like doing the YMCA on the other shoreline.
Okay.
Cheshire, I will forgive your transgression earlier. And once I dry my hair off, I will be expecting an apology. But for now, let's just all get up on the dry land.
So
Cheshire snaps his fingers several times and prestidigitates himself dry. And only himself.
Sawyer's like, okay, how do unicorns move? Like, do they?
Weren't you watching? They flounder helplessly in the.
Kesha, I'm trying to focus.
Oh,
I'm trying to be believable. So the unicorn comes and I can meet the unicorn.
I'm sorry. After having died twice in the past week, almost drowning in a unicorn costume was a little much.
Listen, the unicorn's gonna make it all better. It can probably grant wishes. It probably gives us lots of like treats. I can only imagine what a unicorn really does. So.
I am sorry. I will do my best to be a convincing unicorn ass from now on.
I think you do great. Really, this whole time. We're a team. We're doing a great job. I'm proud of us.
I am so sorry.
just think you could.
Cheshire would respond, but real unicorn butts don't talk, I'm assuming.
Cian turns the front of the unicorn around so it's at like a bend now, so he can look over at Will. He's like, "All right, so 2 words. What's the first word? Or you could just tell me."
Like you see from across the lake, the biggest one word, like
One word.
One word.
Okay. One word.
And then, like, Will holds his arms out, like, in a bowl shape.
A bowl. Yes.
Did you say that loud?
A bowl.
Yeah!
I'm really good at charades. So
Here.
Cian looks around
Look
for
for a bowl! It needs fire!
That needs fire. Guys, we're getting high on this island. That is all.
All right.
You start
That's
hearing
fair.
some,
Do you
some
smell
Now it
bands
makes
play.
sense. Now.
Do we have snacks?
What?
I have rations. They're all wet now.
And that's I can't DM this anymore.
We've gone off the rails once again.
I'm sorry.
This is what
Don't
happens to me.
apologize.
So with CN being kind of in charge, and I'm guessing the only one able to see, have him do a investigation roll for me.
Hey, will you roll, and I will find that modifier?
Yes.
So I
He
closed,
got a
I-
19 plus whatever.
Oh.
That is
I have
absolutely
to
plenty.
look that up to because I closed everything to try and get stuff. What was it? Perception, investigation.
Yep,
+0. So
a 19.
19 it is.
So, with his great knowledge of just playing charades with Will, he kind of turns back around and kind of up on this rock structure hill almost, kind of surrounded by trees. You see a giant bowl sitting up there that looks like it has some coals underneath it and some burnable material inside of it.
That's where the fire goes. Cian whispers to the other two in the unicorn suit. Cian has fire spells, right?
Cian knows Firebolt.
Is that safe?
As long as he doesn't point it at you. Yeah. So Cian will say, "Don't worry, guys. I've got this." And like poking a finger out of a unicorn eye in the mask will cast Firebolt down at the stuff in the bowl.
And does that
It's just
require one of the wild magic rolls as well?
It is a cantrip.
Oh, it's
Do the
a
cantrips
cantrip,
require
yeah.
that?
I don't
No.
know. Okay.
It's level 1 and up.
Okay.
I'm supposed to make a spell attack to hit. I mean, it's a stationary target. I
Yeah.
don't know if you want to skip that. It does a D10 fire damage. I don't know if it's enough, but I can cast it as often as needed.
Nope, it's fine. So you Cian lights this fire, and the buildup of like, oh, okay, we gotta light this, gotta get it going, and the fire starts going, smoke is rolling out, and nothing appears to have happened.
Do we need to breathe it?
Cian bends the unicorn costume back at like a right angle to see Will again. Now what?
Eat!
Okay. Bends the unicorn back out into an actual unicorn shape.
At raise. The butt of the
Will said
unicorn
to wait.
sits.
Yeah. But Sawyer notices that as you sit, her head
Miss
kind of
Cross
bumps up
applesauce.
the middle. So she like squats to make it like instead of a little head bump in the middle. It's not a camel, it's a unicorn. I gotta be careful.
So from Will's instructions, basically he was telling you to hide. Whether you interpret this is up to Cian.
Oh,
Insight
God.
check for Cian is what I heard. Want to roll, Patty?
Yes.
I got a +2.
14 plus 2, 16.
We should probably hide. Unicorns don't like seeing other unicorns. They're very territorial and might be threatened by our magnificent. So.
That makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we hide behind the bow?
We should probably hide in like a unicorn hiding spot. Obviously.
That's
Bulls are
true.
I don't know what a unicorn hiding spot is, but it's probably not a bull.
Something more magical, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Bush.
Cheshire, what do you think?
What else is around here besides the water and the bowl?
So it's kind of up on a hill. There are trees around. There's some rocks that were kind of built up around it in a way.
Oh, sounds good. Are rocks big enough to hide us?
Yes, they're pretty big.
Rocks are totally magical. Let's go there.
Okay. So
Magical rocks.
I mean, that's basically what crystals are, is like magical rocks. So
Yeah.
So my
It's
next
true.
question to you all is, how long are you hiding there? And I need you to roll me a group stealth check as well.
Ooh. I think we should wait as long as it takes.
all right, how long should we wait until we try something different? Is really the question. Cheshire will definitely start to get bored at the half-hour mark and think that we missed something.
I think Cian would keep an eye on Will and sort of base his reaction off of if Will starts to get a little like if Will's like, oh, maybe it's not happening, I don't know, or if Will's like still actively waiting, Cian would follow suit, maybe.
So that Will character has really got his shit together.
100%. What do you expect from 11-year-old?
Yeah.
Apparently, 11-year-old is considered mature and worth imitating by our fairy. Which makes a lot of sense now that I say it out loud. So yeah, we'll wait until Will seems upset or disappointed, I reckon, and then you need a group stealth check. So just everybody roll and then average it out, or what do you want to do?
How do group stealth checks usually work? The only reason I did group is because you're all in the same costume, so.
The way that I would normally do them is if anybody is noticeable, then they are
They
noticeable.
fail.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the group has to succeed. The critical role way of doing it is if somebody just shits the bed, but somebody else just does a stellar job, they can kind of compensate.
Mhm.
I kind of like the idea of an average. So like if one of you rolls a crit 1 and the other one rolls a nat 20, I'd say those kind of cancel each other out, and then
Yeah.
it'd be reliant on the third roll.
All right.
Fine.
Well, let's see how we do. Maybe we all roll ones. Let's
I rolled a nat 20, first of all.
Wow!
For Sawyer
plus-
or Cian?
I'll say for Sawyer, because she gets a +3, so that would be 23.
Okay.
And
Once again, the black bar dice require inspiration before we
What's
We
the
call.
what's the return policy on those?
on the inspirations.
No, on the dice.
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Misty Mountain Gaming
No, because they do so
offers
good when I use
lifetime warranties on their dice. Great question, Rob. That's one of the reasons I love Misty Mountain Gaming.
Okay. That's pretty good for a Cheshire. Oh, what did you roll for CN?
Oh, I wasn't sure if you wanted to roll or if you wanted
Yeah,
me
go
to.
ahead. I'm not rolling for other characters with the black bar dice.
Oh, that's
What are
fair.
you
I'm gonna use
insane?
an inspiration though, because that was not great. Okay, that's a little better. What does he add to his stealth?
He adds 2.
Oh, then he got a 16.
Okay. And with my beautifiers, I got also a 16. Oh, sorry. 17.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that's plenty enough to hide. You all have been hiding for about a minute or two, and enough for like the smoke is kind of starting to like fill up in the costume, almost making it hard to breathe. But Scinn is able to see a unicorn pop out on the shoreline of this little island that you're on. The unicorn itself is just like a very bright white, and it has like a goldish brown like mane and a real long tail, and there's a nice like shine and like a glint of light coming from its horn. It seems to kind of appear out of nowhere.
Guys, there's a unicorn. I see it. Do you want to peek through the peek hole?
I'll take your word for it. Are we going to now approach it as a unicorn or as ourselves? Or what? I mean,
What should
they
we do?
startle easily? Are they? I'm asking all of you.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like maybe as the unicorn would be better, since we're here to be a unicorn. Like we've said we have to be a unicorn.
Yeah, I just didn't know if that was like to get it to appear kind of thing or to interact with it kind of thing. And if it is a to appear kind of thing, then I wonder why we hid. So maybe it is to interact sort of thing. So anyway, I'll just continue to follow your lead and try and survive this. That I imagine unicorns are lethal when they intend to be.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Sweet.
Let's stand up and make our gracious approach. And see it.
Says the person without rhythm.
So, so you're gonna try and make a gracious approach towards this beautiful unicorn on the beach.
Like,
Since Cheshire is the ass end of this unicorn, he can make his own performance check or roll.
Ooh.
There. But I need a group performance at disadvantage from Scinn and Sawyer.
Oh boy, okay.
Because of the rhythm loss.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use another inspiration for Sawyer there, in hopes of okay. Sawyer got actually an 18 because I rolled a 17 and a 15 plus 3.
Nice.
And then for Scinn, I'm gonna use another inspiration for our little magic boy. Okay. 13 plus whatever Scinn gets.
Okay, so it's not the most graceful approaching from the front. Rob, what did you get?
I used a guidance. I didn't feel like I needed inspiration, but I felt like a little boost. So I marched my way up to an 18.
Okay. So you have the front half walking, but like almost like it's got a gimp leg as it goes. And you got the back end just swaying the whole way, kind of working its way down this trail towards the beach.
I pop the hip with every step.
Those hips.
Just
I
like
like
them
big.
the
I like
accentuation
it
that's going on in the back of his costume.
What does Will see from the far shore?
That's a lot of unicorn ass.
Yeah.
Will would be dying laughing, seeing this unicorn. Wham! Blam! Blam! Kind of try to awkwardly slink. Just what are they do? You know what? I'm gonna go over there. And he just like jumps in the lake and starts swimming over. I didn't think this was gonna work.
So, as you're getting there, Will swims across and comes out on to the beach about the same time that
That's up for me.
this janky unicorn costume is, and it's looking a little tattered at this point. But the unicorn looks at everyone like, well, it appears you all were able to summon me successfully. I'm curious as to why. Will, are you up to your shenanigans again?
What? Me? What? No, never. And he like bows down and like tries to bluff everyone into getting to like them to bow down too. Like,
Scinn like goes from like floating, which he's been doing with his wings, so it's all at the same level, and he just like hops down to the ground. So the unicorn goes from like this to like. Oof.
As he does that, I'm gonna say that the seam on the costume splits apart.
Oh,
So you
no.
have the front half of the costume like just down on the ground with Cian, and then you have Cheshire's half just up. Which does that put? And is Cheshire, I guess, hugging Sawyer?
Yeah, it's like a conga line sort of situation. So Sawyer's just like out in the middle now, just on her own, and Cheshire's holding on. She's like, "Oh, hello." And she bows. I've never met a unicorn before. You're very beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you, Sawyer. I appreciate it.
I hope you don't mind our unicorn costume. I thought it was the dress code.
Well,
Here.
to be honest, I thought it was a little offensive, but
Oh, I'm so sorry.
it's fine. It's fine. I can tell you're not from here.
Yeah. On the point of Will.
Will would never do such a thing. And Cheshire,
That is
I could
absolutely
have
untrue.
I could have told that that was the best unicorn butt I've ever seen.
You and I don't remember introducing myself, and you have me at a disadvantage.
There's no need for
How may we
introductions.
address you?
You may call me Lamorna.
Very nice to meet you, Lamorna. I would like all comments and critiques about my performance at the end of our conversation, if you will. I will take no offense. I want to improve my craft.
Is he still talking from inside this unicorn costume head?
Yes.
Cinn's entire adventure is just, what can I wear on my head? The beginning of up until now, and I don't think it will cease.
He's just a hat guy.
Totally.
He likes a good hat.
I hope Ty watches this back later.
I same.
I sort of gave her a rundown of what was currently happening, and she said she was proud. So I hope after she actually sees this, Ty, I hope you're still proud. I apologize if we have ran your character into the ground, but I adore Cian, and I have felt the chaos run through me.
Ian would be far more problematic if Ty was here. This is still Ian light. This is the watered down version of Cian.
We haven't thrown a skeleton down the stairs yet, so.
Is there
Well,
anything?
really, because we haven't come across any stairs.
Is there anything that I can help you all with? Usually, people come seeking my knowledge.
Yeah, Will, were you looking for knowledge?
Oh, I'm more here to, do what I've always been doing and stopping the old hag.
Yeah, we're here to help with that now too. We're part of the squad. to take down the hag that kidnaps children.
The help of the child that kidnaps children.
Yeah. Right some wrongs and all that.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about her, but her sister Zybilna I know much about.
His sister is Zybilna.
She has many sisters. The sisters themselves form the coven.
So,
I thought Zybilna was the one we're trying to help. Am I wrong?
So, Zybilna once was the Archfey of Prismere. She was a just ruler. Everything was fair. Everyone understood the rules. But when that tragic accident happened, when she was frozen in time, the stepsisters, as you seem to know about, split the domain into thirds, and they each rule as they see fit.
this third, possessed by a stepsister named Granny, is fading, says Winterbow the Centaur, not Satyr, Centaur.
Right. Got that this time.
Yes?
I haven't felt much of it actually fading, but I can sense like the magical presence kind of it does seem like it's rotting, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, everything looks real like I said earlier, it's like real lush and thick forests and everything's very green. So like I haven't seen anything rot or sort of fade. Or maybe we just haven't been to the right places.
Uh, I mean that is a possibility. Where all have you been within Thither?
Cheshire Rob snack. We were in this cave with Nib made us this nice cloak, or the cape I've got, Cheshire's gloves that you can't see, and Ian's necklace. And then we met Will, and now we're here.
Well, you've just barely scratched the surface. You haven't even seen the fairy rings yet.
Is
Yeah,
that a thing we should see? Because, like,
Looking forward to those.
Winterbow said that we could all vanish in 10 minutes, so...
Yeah, he said 10
do we have
minutes,
time
10
for
years.
sightseeing?
Winterbow's an old kook. You take what he has to say with a grain of salt, you know?
You said it was still rotting. So, like, is there a little bit of truth to what he's saying?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I've noticed some of the magic around the fairy rings is weakening, where others it still seems fine. It could be that it's just overused, or it could be the domain itself starting to kind of rot away. But nature is nature.
When one thing dies off, another thing grows.
That's right. As you all are just kind of like in amazement.
Winter wonders what grew when he died that time.
As you all are kind of in amazement of seeing your first ever unicorn, you hear a voice kind of coming from the woods nearby on this little island. It's a voice that sounds very familiar to Cheshire. He recognizes it very, very well, actually. He calls out and says, "All right, that's enough of the lollygagging. I know you all are here talking about fancy magical items, this, that, and the other, but I need that horn."
And I know that voice very well.
You do. And as he's finishing that sentence, you can hear this figure kind of pushing up through the little bit of brush there, and kind of towards the top of this hill, you see a... Oh, come on, computer. Don't do that to me. You see a very familiar orc come out of the woods.
I look around for his fucking friend.
That you recognize as being Zarak from the League of Malevolence.
Alright, this is the guy with the daggers, not the guy with the spells, right?
Yep.
Okay, I don't like him, but I'm not mortified.
He's the one that threw the dagger at you. But
yeah, he's the one that threw the dagger that threatened me, not the guy that cast the spell that killed me.
True. Very true. But with him coming out of the woods and saying that he needs that unicorn horn in an aggressive manner, that is where we're ending tonight.
We're not gonna get to throw down. Oh. I didn't expect to see this guy. I just want to like get on him. What a jerk.
But now you'll have to.
We're doomed, guys. I'm down one spell because I healed a dwarf kid.
No.
And now I can't possibly compete.
But you got fancy
your cool
swords.
On the plus
now.
side, you have a.
You got fancy swords.
I'm kidding. But we do have a healthy outlet for Jack now.
Don't worry, guys. I got this. My murdering is going to be so proud.
We've got some stuff to work through.
So.
Oh, glad I had eyes gone for a week. I don't think I could do Sawyer's voice. Incredibly offensive.
Well, that brings me up to another point. There will not be a Feywild adventure next week because I have prior obligations to attend.
Say what you're doing.
No, it's fine. Yeah, so you guys will have an extra week to talk and figure out, get Tyler
worry
caught up
about
to
the
speed
cliffhanger
and figure out what's going on. Everyone in chat, if you have some phenomenal fan art that you want to get to us, post it in the Discord. Give it the hash. What was it? Misty Mountain Art? Was that the hashtag that we settled on?
I think it was like MMG art or something like that.
Oh, hold on. I'll find it right now. Looking for it. Looking for it.
But also, you can always tag any of us because we are always on our socials, and
It's
we will
true.
immediately scream about it with everybody else.
We do. It's very true.
It will go right into the private Discord that we have. To
We'll
talk
go,
about.
guys, look at this one!
Rob, did
And
you
then I'll
have
save
something?
it to my phone.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm interrupting people. I'm not trying to be rude. My internet is just running behind everybody.
Oh, you're
No
fine.
It has
worries.
been most of the stream. So if I come off as an asshole this stream, it's not because I actually am an asshole. I try and hide that very well. But it's because the internet's bad. No, I wanted to go ahead because I'm not running the stream because I'm trying to spare my little laptop all of the computing power that it possibly can. I haven't been running the stream while I've been participating in the stream, so I completely missed when a few things happened. I wanted to thank ALK824 for the follow. Cheesecake Panda Causes resub. I wanted to reiterate. Riff Savage also gave us a follow a couple of hours ago, as well as Nat Jester 1.
Ooh.
which feels like a Critical Role reference, and if it's not, I'm very surprised.
It's a really good
Uh,
username.
Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate Misfit coming on and
Yeah.
portraying an NPC for us.
You were so
finally got to play
fun.
together. We
I am
missed
so
playing
s-
together in Orlando.
We did for dumb reasons. Now that I'm not typing, you have my undivided attention. Yeah, anytime. I just like doing stuff with friends.
It's an absolute pleasure for sure.
Yeah,
you
were
definitely
very
I
portrayed
am-
the getaway gang very well.
I'm
Even
so
when
sorry.
I beat you up. I elbowed your dwarf.
Sawyer punched a child. Let's
You punched a
let's not gloss
child
over that.
because of a
Punched
magic
child.
ring.
The murder ring told me to.
No, it did not. It told you to attack a completely different child.
No, you said the cat or a kid. It sounds so bad when you lay it out on the table.
It really does.
Oh, and if I gotta choose between humanoid child and pet, choosing humanoid child every time.
I just like cats. It just gets worse.
But anywho,
Guys, we're gonna burn all of Thither to the ground, but we're saving that fucking cat.
yeah. We are. This
Dara is such a
episode
good cat.
has
The
been
best.
an awesome, fun adventure to run. We covered a lot of ground, and you guys portrayed Scinn very well. And
Thank you.
Tyler has some catching up to do because I expect that story to maintain.
In a couple of weeks when we're back to playing the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Misfit can play another NPC, and I'll take a siesta and see how you play Cheshire.
It'll end up as like a one-person show where we're just playing every single
Right.
character.
Just keep the stress dial from on a scale of 1 to 10. Keep it perpetually at a 9, even in the calmest of circumstances, and you'll play Cheshire pretty.
His shoulders
well.
are always tense.
That's very much like Rob in real life. If you ever
Oh.
meet me, you can touch those things, and they are the most solid part of my body at
I
all
carry
times.
my stress there too.
I know. It's like
Twins.
we can, really speaking, like it's like, oh, you're so nice, and Maddy, I think you are so nice, and it's like everything that's not nice about me is stored like right the hell here.
Right here, and in my
And-
tight jaw that I always clench.
I go to like, I've never really been to a massage parlor. I went to a spa one time, but just going to a chiropractor, they'll say, okay, let's see if you. Oh God,
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I know.
Yeah.
I've been living with it.
Yep. Guys, we're going to wrap up tonight. Make sure you check out those stretch goals that Rob and Maddy came up with.
Yeah.
Rob is going to be working on a one-shot for running with the community. If you want to include Maddy, make sure you hit those additional, 100 and then 125 to be able to pick a big bad monster to add into that. Yeah, guys, we appreciate you all so much. If you weren't here, we'd probably still be doing this, but it wouldn't mean as much because sharing stories is more fun with friends. So tune in
Thanks, friends.
Friday. I believe Rob has something
Our Sophie's
planned.
stream.
Sophie's stream.
Sophie.
That's
Sophie
right.
to give dice away.
Dice
Put
giveaway.
some dice.
Yeah. So make sure you tune
Follow
in.
us on our socials. And since Misfit doesn't have hers
Yes.
shared on the screen, where can we find you, Misfit?
It's everywhere on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. It's all under Misfit_Playland. So I'm super easy to find.
See all her cool stuff.
All the cool
It's
stuff.
all really neat. I love your big Spore Druid hat that you made. So dope.
Right back
Look
there.
at it.
It's
Look at
huge.
Second time.
it.
Guys, thank you again so much. Have a great night. Sleep well. And until next time, we love you.
We love you.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.